Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's all up next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Atlanta. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Back to the ground, Peterson. He'll get this down to the 38.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool. He looks calm. He looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they're throwing the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Peterson is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They'll run on first down. Done. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now an option play on second down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's Vic. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Vic. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Sanders. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Into the hands of Rison. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Vick. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. It'll be Vic once more. That's caught by Rising. Touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now a give to Peterson running left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. That one caught by Carter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run,
But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop with the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A first down throw coming for Vic. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Up the middle they go. Done. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that was in that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Still going. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Vikings have retaken the lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running, you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That throw by Vic incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Play action now, Vic. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and offensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd and 1, here's Vic.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1st down, it's done.
87 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Vic now.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap, to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. First down, Vic.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he's got this down to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd down and 4.
Throwing, Vic. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Got you, baby. Let's roll. It's the back end time. It's showtime, baby. It's all I want, coach. Show what you got. It's all I found. Let's show them the momentum offense. Yeah. Right here. Right now.
Vic readies to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, Vic. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. It's a play fake. Now Vic. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Here's Vic. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive with Peterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Peterson running right, and he is going to lose yardage here.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Vic now after the fumble recovery.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Done. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Vic to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw, and he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from the 1. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Falcons use the short field to get in for 6.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson.
And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They run over center with Peterson.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's Vick. It's caught. This is White. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. Vick.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun. Vick.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It'll be Vick once more. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Up the middle they go. It's done. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, Vick.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Vick now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Now back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he
just a little bit there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On third down to throw. And that's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground.
Done. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Falcons on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's done. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Rison. That's complete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Vic. Caught by Jones.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, it's Vic. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing, Vic. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Done. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally That's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Vic will look to throw on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Now Anderson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. throw by Vick, incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2, a minute 51 on the clock. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a run with Anderson.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try the left side. It's done. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared.